I suspect that you're driving under...
Stop talking. Oh my God.
Stop talking.
I don't want to die.
You're not listening.
I don't want to die.
On February 8th, 2022, around 10 p.m., an officer stopped a woman for allegedly driving 71 miles per hour, but the stop quickly shifted when he noticed signs that made him suspect impairment. Instead of following basic instructions, she turned the entire scene into a performance of fear, accusation, and victimhood, while the officers kept calmly explaining exactly what she needed to do. Before this traffic stop becomes harder than it ever needed to be, hit the like button if you appreciate breakdowns that look past the yelling and focus on what actually matters.
Good evening, I'm Officer Flynn, Palm Beach Gardens. The reason I pulled you over is you're going 71 miles an hour.
Oh.
Do you have your license, registration, insurance?
Yeah, I'm so sorry, sir. Oh.
Where you ladies come from tonight?
I gotta go to the bathroom so bad it hurt. Oh my God, it hurts so bad. Oops, wrong thing. I'm sorry.
All right, give me 1 second. Miss,
Yes, sir.
if you would go and step out of me real quick, I want to make sure you're all set to drive. We'll have you on your way home, okay?
What do you mean set to drive, sir?
Make sure you're not under the influence, okay?
Oh, I'm not under the influence, but I'm scared right now. So why would you think I'm under the influence, sir? Hi.
Hey. Make sure you're not under the influence, okay?
Oh, I'm not under the influence, but I'm scared. He's looking in my purse.
Why not? Because I can smell it, I can see it, and...
You see it? And smell what?
Well, your speech is slurred, your eyes are watery, I can smell it coming out of the car. So if you would go and step out, we'll make sure you're all set and we'll have you on your way home, okay?
Literally, right up there. Calm down. We're going to record it. You say...
We're recording it too. We got 2 cameras and the one on the car.
You can see and smell alcohol on me.
I already told you that. Come on out, man. If you're all right to drive, you'll be on your way home and there'll be no problem.
Exactly, but what are you trying to do to me right now?
I'm trying to make sure you're all set to drive, that you're not driving under the influence, just like I told you before.
Okay, could you call Jimmy or somebody to come here?
No, don't call anybody to come here right now.
No, I'm calling my little brother, and I have the right to do that.
Tell them to keep their distance.
All right, I'm scared too that you're not getting out of the car, so go ahead and step out, please, okay?
I'm turning on the light. My hands are up. I know I'm black. My hands are up. I'm a woman. I'm not a threat.
I know I'm a police officer, and I don't know why you're acting like that.
Hold on.
Nobody's hands are on their guns, so please go ahead and step out.
My hands are on the wheel.
Yeah,
I don't have
we can see that. Our hands are up too. Let's go. Please step out, man.
Wait.
Please come on out.
I'll come out.
You're not doing it, though.
Please don't touch me.
You're not doing it.
I'm just afraid. I'm just
Let's
trying
go.
to turn it
Come on
around.
out.
Put this on me.
You've already got 2 cameras on you. Go ahead and step out. Let's go.
Oh my God.
Come on back over here.
Where do you want me to go?
Where my finger's pointing. Do you see my
Okay.
finger? Do you see where it's pointing?
Oh my God.
Please
This
go
is
ahead and
not
stand
happening.
over there.
Oh
go,
my
right
God.
over here.
Please don't say this is happening.
Okay, do you have any medical condition with your eyes not corrected by
I do not
glasses?
have any medical condition at all. Oh my God.
Okay, are you able to walk a straight line?
I can walk
Why are you
whatever
acting
you
like
want.
this?
I'm because you white, I'm black. I don't want to
So
get
you're
killed.
racist. So why are you being racist?
My husband
Why are you
is
being
white.
racist?
My husband
Where are you
is
going?
white. My husband
Stop.
is white.
Stop now.
Come on over here. Stop doing that.
Okay,
Stop acting like
I
this.
did.
You're acting
I'm
like a
afraid.
child.
I'm afraid. I don't know what to do.
Stop going
What do
over
I
here.
just walked
You
the
need to
line.
listen.
My hands are
No.
up. I have
Did
no
I tell
weapons.
you to walk?
I promise you I don't have anything,
What
sir.
is your name?
Oh my God.
What's your name?
You got my license,
This
sir.
is really
You got
easy.
my license.
All you have to do.
Oh my God.
Why
I
are you not
walked the right
listening?
line.
Why are you not
I
listening?
walked the
Why
right
are you
straight
not listening?
line. I walked the straight line.
Why are you
Oh
not
my God.
listening?
Stand. All you have to do is stand.
My hands are up. I don't have no weapons.
What's your
Please
name?
don't choke me or hurt me,
What's
please.
your name?
Go ahead and stand right here for me. Bring your feet
Oh
together,
my
hands
God.
at your sides.
Oh my God, I have no weapons, please. I haven't done anything. I had to go
Right,
to
you're
the
not
potty
listening
really
either.
bad. I had
You're
to
not
go to the
listening.
potty
Are you
really,
listening?
really bad.
Are you listening
I
right
had to
now?
go to the potty really
Are
bad.
you listening?
You told me to
Stand right
stay
here.
right here.
No, I told
Oh
you to
my
stand
God,
right
you said,
here.
well, I gotta come so close to you. I'm afraid to come close to you. I don't want to
Okay,
come
listen,
close
I'm going to
you.
advise you and call your Taylor warnings, okay?
Oh my God.
I suspect that
my
you're
God,
driving under...
something's gonna happen.
Stop talking!
Oh my God.
Stop talking!
I don't want to die.
You're not listening.
I don't want to die.
You get back in the car.
Please, sir,
You're not
I don't
listening.
wanna
You get back in the
die.
car. Get back in the car.
That's my twin sister.
Get back in the car. We're trying to deal with it.
That's my
Listen.
twin. Don't tell me to get back in the car.
I
That's
will
my
tell you to
twin
get back in
sister.
the car because you're interfering with our investigation.
You're not
Get in the car.
and talk to me.
I don't want to die.
Why are you acting like a
didn't do
child?
anything.
Why are you acting like a
I
child?
don't want to die.
Stop acting like a
walked up
child.
straight
You get out of the car again, you're going to jail for resisting obstruction.
I'm
You
not
understand?
resisting.
I didn't do anything wrong.
Well, first of all, you were speeding, and I want you to stop
I
talking.
gotta go to the potty so bad. Please, my
Ma'am,
hands
I want
are
you to
up.
stop talking.
My hands are up. What do you want me to do?
To stop
What
talking.
do you want me to
Stop
do?
talking.
Oh my God.
Stop talking. Lower your hands.
Put your hands down. Follow instructions.
Lower your
I'm
hands.
scared.
it's
I don't
really
have
easy.
no weapons.
It's really
I'm
Okay.
defensive.
Time out. You need to listen right now,
Oh my
okay?
God.
You're
I
being
don't wanna
advised
die
of your
today.
Taylor warnings. If you do
I
not
don't wanna die
cooperate and
today.
participate
Oh
in
my
these
God.
exercises, You are not going to dispel my concern that you're driving under the influence of alcohol, chemical, or controlled substance. I did not tell you to walk a straight line.
You told me to walk a straight line.
No, I asked you if you could walk a straight line.
I could.
Next, your inaction to participate in these exercises will force me to make an arrest based on the totality of the circumstances as I know them to this point, and it will be used against you in court. Are you willing to do these exercises?
I don't know
yes
what you
or no?
said. I'm so afraid right now.
Okay, so I'm going to tell you one more time. Not doing these exercises is going to force me to make an arrest based on the totality of the circumstances, and it will be used against you in a court of law. Are you willing to do these exercises?
Whatever exercises,
okay.
sir. Just don't kill me,
So
please.
place your hands down at your sides.
I'm scared.
Place your hands down at your sides.
Why? I want to let
Maybe
you
she
know I
doesn't
have no
understand
weapons.
because she is under the influence. Because
I
you
am
told her
not
she
under
can.
the influence,
Then put your
ma'am.
hands down at your side.
Why do I have to? I'm afraid. I don't want him to think I got weapons.
There's
I don't have no
three of us here.
weapons,
Did
sir.
anybody say you had a weapon?
Oh my God, I'm afraid.
Okay.
My
Ma'am.
hands are up. I have
Ma'am.
nothing.
Ma'am, listen to me. Listen to me.
Ma'am, you
Right
accuse
now-
me of drinking. I know.
She didn't accuse you of anything.
I'm
She
just trying
said
to
she
speak
must
to
be
you.
under influence.
you're
Exercise
not
you want me to
listening.
do? What exercise you
Then
want me to
just listen
do?
to
I
what
want
he
you to
says.
stand right here.
I'm afraid to come
I
close
want
to
you to stand
I
right.
don't
Well,
want
if you don't come close to
tonight.
me, I'm going to come close to you.
Okay, what do
so
you
bring
want
your
me
feet
to do?
together,
What do you
hands
want?
at your
My
sides.
free-
Hands at your sides.
Oh my God.
Hands at your sides.
I don't have any
hands
weapons,
at your
sir.
sides.
I don't
Nobody
have
said
any
you have a
weapons.
weapon.
I have nothing. Nothing.
You see the top of this pen?
Oh my God.
You're not listening.
Of course I see the top
Okay,
of the pen,
lower your
sir.
hands to your sides.
Morale, did you call for help?
Lower your help is here.
I hope no, you're not my
You
help.
see the top of this pen?
Oh my God, you
Maybe
got
if
the
you
light
stop
in
being
my fire.
racist for a second and
I'm
listen.
not being racist. I'm afraid for my life, dude.
Why? Because you're being racist. Because you are being
Why are you
racist.
behind me, sir? You ready to take me down?
You're making
gonna
this
follow
more.
this?
Come
I don't
on.
want to die. I didn't do nothing. I don't want to get hurt.
see the
I
top of
don't want
this
to
pen?
die tonight.
You're going to follow this
I
with
just
your...
don't want to die tonight. Please don't
You
kill
see
me.
the top of this pen? You're going to
Please
follow
don't
this?
kill
Stop
me.
talking.
I don't want to die. I promise you I didn't do
10:15.
nothing.
10:15.
Oh
You're
my
under
God.
arrest for driving under the influence of
Oh,
alcohol,
I'm
chemical, or
not.
controlled substance.
I'm under arrest for what?
Because you failed. He told you a couple times.
No, I'm so
You failed.
afraid.
Well, you shouldn't have been.
Failed to
There's no
listen.
need.
Oh my
Everybody has.
God. Real, I
You
got
don't even
my
have
wallet.
tears, ma'am. You don't
Nope.
even have tears.
It's all
You
an
just
act.
kept saying
She's
it
being
there.
racist out here.
Morale, can I ask for the supervisor? Can I have the supervisor?
Sure, you
I
sure
need
can.
supervisor.
I will call the
I need
supervisor for you.
supervisor.
Draft 13 may have a supervisor. Individual's not happy with my police service.
Will still
Morale,
be
come get my
placed-
drink.
No.
Oh, she threw my stuff on the
Stay
ground.
right
She
there.
threw my stuff on the ground.
Yes, I'm
Taking it off gently.
What
There's
is
no
going
need to yell
on?
like that.
I'm
Please
so
don't.
afraid.
What did my sister
watch.
do? What did
One
my
bracelet.
sister do?
I want to be safe.
You're the safest person in the city. You have police officers with you.
No, sir. No, it's too much going on. I don't feel safe.
Ain't nothing going on.
OMG. What are you doing?
Is this connected?
My
Is it-
God,
stop.
are you
Is it sewn
taking
in?
my wig off? It is.
sewn in? Then
It
they'll
is.
take it off at the counter.
I'm being arrested.
You are being arrested because you didn't participate in the exercise.
Sir, I walked a straight line.
I didn't tell you to walk the
I
straight
walked
line.
a straight line.
I didn't tell you to.
OMG. I gotta pee so bad.
I wonder why you got to pee so bad.
I was drinking a lot of water. I had sparkling water.
Okay, then you should have done the exercises. You would have had no problem.
God. It's sold in,
I
sweetie.
need to check to make sure you don't have any. I feel metal, ma'am, so I have to make sure you don't hurt my officers.
I'm in cuffs. How am I hurt an officer?
I don't
I'm in
know.
cuffs, ma'am.
I need to also
I
make sure
cannot
it's
hurt
not
somebody. I don't want to get hurt. I am pissed.
How can you do all that and not have tears? That's what's interesting to me. It's interesting that you're trying to cry without tears.
I'm so scared. I just don't want to get hurt, dude.
You acted like a child the whole time. That's why you're
How?
under arrest.
A child I don't want to get hurt. Morale, look at my wallet. I have my attorney in the wallet. Please call my attorney right now.
Well, we're not going to talk to him.
No.
No, stay in the
Morale,
car.
just call the attorney, please. Please don't break that, ma'am.
I didn't. I've been taking very much care of your
Thank
items.
Thank you. Morale, please call my attorney right
There, I got
now.
that back.
Morel? Right now she's under arrest for suspicion of DUI.
Why?
I just want to confirm, you just took a necklace?
That's my twin sister.
Okay,
She didn't
okay. And here's a bracelet.
She didn't do anything.
Okay, well, all she had to
We
do
were
was...
just going home.
Ma'am, can I speak? I'm talking to you calmly and respectfully, okay?
I'm a 45-year-old woman. I'm not an idiot. And I'm an educated woman. So don't talk to me like I'm an idiot.
I'm a 40-year-old man, and I'm talking to you with the same respect that I get from you.
So
Okay.
please don't talk to me like
Age
I'm
has-
dumb.
I'm not.
Because I'm a very, very smart
Right, I'm trying to explain to you the process on what's happening.
Sergeant Leffler, for transparency purposes, this discussion is going to occur on body-worn camera, sir.
Okay.
I pulled this vehicle over because I observed it traveling 71 miles an hour in the outside through lane. The vehicle slow rolled to a stop right here. Upon contact, I made contact with that woman in the driver's seat, Miss, identified by Florida driver's license photo. Upon contact, I noticed that she had glassy eyes, slurred speech. I detected the odor of an unknown alcoholic beverage coming off of her breath. Gathered her information, went back, conducted my records check, waited for 94 to arrive so I could resume my investigation. Asked her to exit the vehicle. She starts pulling out the phone. She gave me a little bit more of a hard time going back and forth with me about getting out of the vehicle. Finally, she exited the vehicle on her own accord. I tried to ask her if she had any medical conditions which would affect any of the exercises performed. She started yelling, walking with her hands up, saying that she was scared. I asked if she could walk a straight line. She proceeded to start walking down the white fog line without being told to do so. I then got her to about where she's standing with Officer Rigney over there. She stood like this with her hands up. I kept telling her, please lower your hands. She kept saying she doesn't have a weapon. At no point was a weapon drawn on her. At no point was my hand on my gun. At no point was she accused of having a firearm or any kind of weapon that would harm us. She kept saying she was scared. I attempted at least 2 times to advise her of her Taylor warnings, to which she kept yelling and talking over me. Then she said she was willing to do whatever that we needed to do, but kept her arms in the air and would not approach me because the HGN has to be conducted within 12 to 18 inches away from the person. I held the stimulus device in front of her face. She would not look at it, would not participate. She was instantly placed under arrest, and you can hear her over there still hollering. She requested for a supervisor.
Okay.
That's where we're at.
So you're making an arrest based on your observations and her refusals to...
Yes, sir. She did not dispel my concern that she was driving under the influence, and I tried to explain that to her. However, she kept talking over me.
Why my sister being
I'm trying to explain that to you, but you keep
she's
cutting me
like
off.
less than 5 minutes away.
It doesn't matter how far. We've arrested people in their driveway before.
What did she do wrong?
Well, she was speeding, and we believe she may be under the influence. I'm going to be honest with you. An attorney's not going to be able to do anything at this point. All right? What's going to happen is she's going to be transported to the Palm Beach County Jail, where she'll be released after 8 hours from right now. Okay? All she had to do, and if she wasn't intoxicated or impaired,
Well, how do you know she was intoxicated? Because of something you believe? That's a belief. That's not true.
It's because of whatever Officer Flink saw. He's the DUI officer. He's the one that pulled you guys over. Hi, I'm Sergeant Leffler.
Supervisor.
What can I do for you?
Sir, he pulled me over. He accused me of being intoxicated, and he can smell alcohol or whatever. I had to go to the bathroom really bad, and I was speeding. I never denied that because I was trying to go to the ladies' room, okay? But when he pulled me up, he accused me. As soon as he accused me, it made me defensive, and I was afraid. And I said, sir, I got my hands up. I'm touching the wheel. I'm not doing anything. He said, come out and walk a straight line. I walked this straight line with no problems. Then he said, okay, I need you to do additional things. And then he said, no, you're not complying. I'm going to arrest you. For what? I don't know. I've never been in trouble. You check my thing. I don't want to die tonight. That's all I told him. I got out. I walked this straight line. Now I'm in handcuffs.
All right, well, there's a series of tasks that he has to ask you to perform.
I don't mind. I had my hands up because I was afraid to let him know I have no weapons or anything.
One of the major things of those tasks is listening to instructions. Is one of the major points of it.
I'm trying to understand why I'm being detained.
Well, you're under arrest now.
Under arrest for what, sir?
Suspicion of DUI.
Suspicion of DUI? I don't have any DUI.
So when I came up, she was yelling. He was trying to give her the instructions. She just kept
I
yelling.
said, I want to make sure I don't die, I don't get hurt. Please, sir. Please, I will listen to anything he do. Ma'am, I'm not going to run at all.
Are you done,
I don't
sir?
need to. What do you want me to do?
We're going this way.
Please don't hurt me, please.
Nobody's going to hurt you.
Just gotta do what we're
I'm
asking.
complying, ma'am.
Okay, you're
Please
gonna
don't
go in
hurt
here.
me. Please don't hurt me.
Turn
I'm
around.
complying.
It's better that you put your.
I'm complying. Okay, I'm complying. Please don't hurt me.
Watch your head.
Please don't hurt me. I'm complying. I'm totally complying.
I understand.
For what it's worth, calling an attorney right now is not going to do anything.
Well-
She's getting released in 8 hours regardless. An attorney's not getting around.
She don't need to be.
You do you. You do your thing, then.
I can't believe I'm being arrested. I'm 45 years old being arrested for what?
Driving under the influence.
I'm not under the influence. Can I get a drug test? Can I get an alcohol test or something?
All that at the.
Do
where
the
you're going.
test. It's not going to say I'm under the influence at all.
That will be explained to you down there. Officer Flink will explain everything to you, okay?
When I came up, the officer, the DUI officer, was trying to give her instructions and gave her Taylor warnings and kept trying to explain to her, listen, if we don't do this, I have to go on what I have. She refused. She was given a Taylor, we call them Taylor warnings twice. It's basically saying,
No, I don't
in
know,
summary,
because they made me
we're
stay
going to
in the
take you
car.
on what we have right now if you're refusing to do these tasks to show. And she wouldn't listen. She just literally just kept screaming and
That's
don't
what
get
she
near me
said.
and you
That's
don't get
what
near
she
me
did.
and I'm afraid. And so
Everything we do is standardized.
Yeah, but
she'll be able to
I'm just asking.
She'll be able to call you when everything's set. The first part of it, she will be given the breathalyzer, which she kept saying she wanted to take. If she wants to take a drug or alcohol, she can do that at her own expense for the blood.
You couldn't do it right on the spot. No.
We couldn't even get her to do any like basic tasks. Like she wouldn't do anything. The only thing she kept screaming at us was, "Don't hurt me! You're gonna kill me!" Like all this stuff, and that's where we're at. She didn't want to participate on the tasks that needed to be done. So we can't just go, "Okay, you don't want to do them, so drive off." So
You guys have anything else for us? Appreciate you coming to pick up the car. We didn't want to tow it. Gentlemen, thanks for coming.
There is a moment in this stop where the entire situation becomes clear. The officer is not shouting. No weapon is drawn. Nobody is threatening her. Nobody is reaching into the car. Nobody is dragging her out. The officer is trying to begin a DUI investigation, and she is standing there with her hands in the air, repeatedly saying she does not want to die. That is the tension at the center of this case. Fear can be real. Police encounters can be intimidating. A traffic stop at night can make anyone nervous, especially when a person believes they are being judged unfairly. But fear does not automatically become proof that the officer is doing something wrong. And in this stop, the biggest problem is not that she is afraid, it is that she uses fear to avoid every instruction. The stop begins with a speeding allegation, 71 miles per hour. The officer asks for her license, registration, and insurance. That is normal. But almost immediately, he also notices things that concern him: slurred speech, watery eyes, and the odor of alcohol coming from the vehicle. Those observations matter because they change the stop from a simple traffic citation into a possible DUI investigation. That does not mean she is automatically guilty. It means the officer now has to determine whether she is safe to drive. That is the part she never seems to accept. She keeps treating the investigation as an accusation that must be emotionally defeated. She says she had to use the bathroom. She says she is scared. She says her hands are up. She says she does not have a weapon. She says the officer is racist. She says she does not want to die. But none of those statements answer the question the officer is trying to investigate. Are you impaired? This is where DUI investigations are different from ordinary conversation. The officer is not just listening to what she says. He is watching whether she can follow directions, divide her attention, control her body, process instructions, and complete tasks in a structured way. Field sobriety exercises are not just about walking in a straight line. They are also about whether the person can listen, wait, follow sequence, and do what is asked without improvising. That is why her behavior becomes evidence against her. She thinks she is proving innocence by saying she is scared, but she is also refusing to do the very things that could help dispel the officer's concern. She talks over the instructions. She moves before being told. She keeps her hands raised after being told to lower them. She answers questions that were not asked. She interrupts the warning. She turns a basic instruction into a debate about race, safety, and fear. And the officer's point is simple. If she will not cooperate with the exercises, he has to make a decision based on what he has already observed. That is not a trick. That is the structure of the process. The Taylor warning is basically the officer telling her, in formal terms, that refusing or failing to participate will not freeze the investigation. It will leave him with his existing observations: the traffic violation, the odor, the watery eyes, the slurred speech, the behavior, and the inability or refusal to follow instructions. That is a critical lesson because many people misunderstand the roadside moment. They think if they refuse the test, the officer has no evidence. But in reality, refusal or non-compliance can become part of the total picture. It does not erase what the officer already saw. It can make the situation worse because now the officer has both the initial observations and the refusal to cooperate. Her biggest strategic mistake is that she commits fully to a role that nobody on scene is buying. She wants the scene to look like a terrified person surrounded by dangerous officers. But the officers are almost painfully calm. They keep repeating themselves. They tell her no one said she had a weapon. They point out no one has a hand on a gun. They ask her to lower her hands. They try to start the exercise. They call a supervisor when she requests one. The contrast is what makes the performance collapse. If the officers were aggressive, her story would have more room to breathe. But because they stay controlled, her reaction looks less like a response to their conduct and more like an attempt to redirect the entire stop. That is also why the race accusation does not land the way she wants it to. Serious accusations of racial bias should never be dismissed casually. There are real cases where race affects how people are treated, and those cases deserve attention. But an accusation has to connect to what is happening in front of us. Here, the officer explains the stop, he explains the impairment indicators, he gives instructions, he does not draw a weapon, he does not threaten her, he does not put his hands on her until the arrest decision is made. He even has body camera footage and another officer present. So when she says, "Because you're white and I'm black," it does not function like evidence. It functions like a shield against listening, a shield against the exercise, a shield against the uncomfortable fact that the officer may have legitimate DUI concerns. That does not mean she has no right to be nervous. It means nervousness cannot replace compliance. If she believed the stop was unfair, the smartest thing she could have done was complete the process, take note of every detail, request the footage later, and challenge the arrest or citation through the proper channels. Instead, she tries to win the case on the roadside by escalating the emotional temperature until the investigation becomes impossible. The twin sister does not help much either. She gets out, argues, asks what is happening, and interferes with the investigation until officers tell her to get back in the car. That creates another layer of unnecessary chaos. But later, the family members who arrive behave much more reasonably. They are upset, they ask questions, but they actually listen to the explanation. That difference matters. The officers are not asking the family to blindly accept everything, they explain what happened. The DUI officer gives a clear summary to the supervisor. The speed, the initial observations, the attempts to conduct field sobriety exercises, the repeated interruptions, the hands in the air, the refusal to follow instructions, and the final arrest decision based on the totality of the circumstances. That summary is one of the strongest moments for the officer because it is concise and specific. He does not just say, "She was being difficult." He lists what he observed and what he tried to do. That is exactly how a DUI investigation should be explained. And the supervisor's response to the family is practical. If the officer has concerns and the driver refuses to complete the exercises, he cannot simply say, "Well, she did not want to cooperate, so everyone go home." That would defeat the entire purpose of a DUI investigation. Officers are not only protecting the driver, they are protecting everyone else on the road. That is the public safety piece she ignores. She keeps framing the stop as something happening to her. But DUI enforcement exists because impaired driving can kill strangers who had no part in the driver's choices. If an officer sees signs of impairment during a speeding stop at night, the officer has to take that seriously. The fact that she is 5 minutes from home does not solve the problem. People get arrested in driveways. People crash a block from home. Distance remaining does not erase risk. The "I had to go to the bathroom" explanation also does not answer the impairment concern. It might explain why she was rushing, it might explain why she was impatient, but it does not explain slurred speech, watery eyes, odor of alcohol, or refusing to cooperate. It is a side issue that she keeps trying to make central. That is a pattern throughout the stop. She keeps moving the focus away from what matters. The officer says impairment. She says bathroom. The officer says lower your hands. She says she has no weapon. The officer says follow the pen. She says she does not want to die. The officer says participate in the exercises. She says the officer is racist. Every response creates more noise, but none of it clears the original concern. And that is why the arrest becomes almost inevitable. Not because she cried, not because she was annoying, not because she accused the officer of racism, but because she refused to meaningfully participate in the process that could have helped determine whether she was safe to drive. There is a difference between emotional distress and obstruction. One can explain behavior, the other can create consequences. The problem here is that she tries to use emotional distress as a total exemption from instructions. That is not how a roadside investigation works. The most revealing phrase is when the supervisor tells her that one of the major parts of these tasks is listening to instructions. That is exactly the point. The tests are not only physical, they measure attention, comprehension, coordination, and compliance under structured conditions. If someone cannot stop talking long enough to hear the instruction, that itself becomes relevant. She later asks for an alcohol or drug test, but by then, the roadside problem has already happened. Testing at the jail may provide more evidence, but it does not undo the refusal and noncompliance on scene. And it does not change why the officer made the arrest decision when he did. That is another useful distinction. The roadside arrest decision and the final case outcome are not the same thing. Officers make an arrest based on probable cause and observations at the time. Courts later decide what can be proven. A breath result may strengthen, weaken, or reshape the case. But the officer does not need the final courtroom answer before taking action on a DUI investigation. Near the end, the outcome gives the situation additional context. The driver was charged with driving under the influence and resisting or obstructing, and at the jail she reportedly provided 2 breath samples that were consistent with illegally driving under the influence. Court records indicated she ultimately pled guilty to one related charge, and her driver's license was suspended. That outcome matters because it undercuts the idea that this was only about a dramatic misunderstanding. The case did not end with everyone realizing the officer imagined the entire problem. It ended with legal consequences that followed her beyond the roadside. The lesson is not that every scared person is acting. The lesson is that fear does not automatically make you right. If an officer is calm, giving clear commands, explaining a DUI investigation, and trying to determine whether you are safe to drive, the smartest move is not to perform panic until the process collapses. It is to listen carefully, preserve your objections, and let the evidence speak. She wanted the scene to be about what the officers might do to her, but the body cam kept showing what she was doing to herself.